All right, Pete Kaiser. Can you believe it's 10?
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, I've said it before, but it just feels like we were doing our first one, and now here we are 10 years later. So it's quite the experience, and we've got it to the point where we've got a pretty smooth routine down now, even with 2 teams this year. I'm pretty proud of the fact that we've got to the start line here without any major catastrophes or real serious stress. So that's been a challenge in itself, and now we're looking forward to the next challenge.
2 teams in the Iditarod, that's first for you. Added stress?
Yeah, I mean, it has been. No matter how well you plan, it's just more dogs, more everything. My mind wanders and wonders if Nick has everything that he needs. So in my head, I'm going over everything that I should have packed and prepared, and then also making sure he has everything he needs, because he doesn't know exactly what he needs. So it's been a lot of added thinking, but we put a lot of time and energy into making sure this works out smoothly.
How does this affect the kennel?
It's going to help next year. Certainly it will, and it's not every year this could work out where you can have 2 teams. Right now we're just at a place where we have a large group of middle-aged to young dogs, so we can actually have a second team that I think can go do this efficiently and do it well. So, but then next year it just gives me a bigger pool of dogs to know what they're capable of doing. All the dogs, most of the dogs that are in his team haven't done this before. I'll get a report on them after the race from him, and then I'll have a better idea of what they're capable of next year. So hopefully next year when I put my team together, it's even more solid.
Tell us about what's on your mind.
Yeah, I mean, just everything from all our drop bags and all the training we did all year and last year, and planning and getting him qualified. And I mean, there's so many thousands of aspects involved in this, and all the big details and all the small details. And it's nice to have it all kind of come together here today, and hopefully he has a good race and gets to know him safely and with a nice dog team.
So let's talk racing for a second. I was thinking about this also, about when you do a 3-day, I'm going to be done the day after tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Your planning is talk about the difference in planning between this and something where you really don't know what's around the next corner.
Yeah, there's I know what's around the next corner. Nick doesn't, but there's a lot more planning in this. We're going to be pretty much self-sufficient for 9 to 10 days here, so we have to make sure we have everything we need for 9 to 10 days, plus the added sleep deprivation that this involves versus, you get through a 300-mile race and you get tired, but it's over before you're really tired, and this takes it to a whole nother level. So there's really nothing like this as far as that last half of the race is much different than your average 200, 300, 400-mile race.
Well, in terms of your strategy, how long does it take before you and the team kind of get into this, okay, we're not going home tomorrow? It's different.
It depends, It depends on the group of dogs you have, how many times they've done it and or how many times they haven't done it. So, it can be a little confusing to a younger team that hasn't experienced it before, but the ones that have done it 2, 3, 4 times now should know exactly I think they know exactly what they're getting into right now before we even start. They know what we're doing.
That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, some of them I think I have 3 that have done it five times now. So, and Nick has a couple that have done it several times. So.
Well, let's talk about this team. Who's with you, and what are you excited about?
Well, they're either in their prime or just about in their prime. It's some of the team I had for the last few years has kind of slowly started to retire. I got 3 7-year-olds that have done a lot of racing with me the last few years. They still look awesome, and the rest of the team is all 3 and 4-year-olds. A lot of the 4-year-olds raced last year and the year before, and I think there's 4 3-year-olds that are new to Iditarod, but they did the Cusco, they did some other racing, so they've got a little bit of racing under their belt. Overall, it's just a young, athletic, speedy team. I'm excited to drive them.
Now, when the team is out there, how do they learn from each other? I mean, do they learn from each other?
Yeah, but mostly in training. I mean, they're going to learn things in this race too. But a lot of it they've already learned in training. Hopefully, that's so.
I mean, when you compare a dog that's a team member that's been on the Iditarod, they know that this ain't a 3-day deal, and you got a new one that's not done it.
Yeah.
Do they kind of watch around them to see how this works and that helps them out?
Yeah. And I mean, our racing strategy is it's our job to develop a strategy and a schedule that accommodates the dog, so that it's not that we don't get to the point where they're really wondering, oh, what's going on, So that's my job, is to orchestrate all this and make sure that every dog in the team is comfortable with what we're doing.
How do you do that? I mean, how do you encourage a dog that's...
I don't have to encourage them, really. They just just want to go.
Oh,
so
no kidding.
It's my job to give them the proper amount of rest so that they can recover and not run them too far, and that they can't recover from a normal race. So it's a fine line and a lot of balancing. But, 10, 12 years now, we've gotten better at this, and we'll see how it goes. Anything can happen. I mean, there's so many variables, but
You seem really excited. I mean, I've been here every year. You just seem to have a different demeanor. Tell me about that. I mean, you're ready to go.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping for a good race. I mean, it's hard to be overly confident just because you don't know what's going to happen. There's certain things out of your control, but we've tried to do as much as we can in our breeding program and everything we've done for the last 10 years to eliminate a lot of those chances and leave less of it up to luck. So we're hoping for a good race.
Let's just briefly talk about your support team. I mean, when you see, for me, as part of the team, but when you see two teams show up and it's running so darn smooth,
yeah,
I'm just in awe of this whole thing. I mean, Nick's relaxed, you're relaxed, everybody knows what they're doing, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's been a lot of planning that's gone into this, so it wouldn't be a disaster today. But yeah, I have an amazing support group. It's been that way forever, and like I've always said, that's what motivates me. To see people put so much energy towards what I'm doing and helping me. I feel like it's only fair that I put the most effort I can into this, preparing for this and during the race. So very appreciative of all my support, all my sponsors, friends, family. Honestly, people say it all the time, but you can't do it without this kind of support. I mean, I'm very fortunate to be in this position, and yeah, it's really humbling and enjoyable to have so many fans here and people from the region and up and down the Kuskokwim that support us. It's exciting.
Well, along with that, 5 teams from the Cusco.
Yeah. 5
teams that you've competed in Bethel.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's exciting for the Iditarod. It's exciting for the region, and we hope to see more teams. There's a lot of dog teams and talented young mushers out there, and we hope to see more teams doing stuff like this.
All right, good luck, Pete.
Thank you.
All right.